Oh, is it over here? This episode, chapter. So we left off on, I think it was Fremine. Yeah, it was the Fremine exploration. That's where we last left off on.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves, to the water, and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Seishween.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to... Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculate? Yeah, I took...
Nobody else is around, and Miss Seishween
Okay,
is
now
also
it's just-
busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably...
Ooh!
That's
Why
our
is
Lenny.
it so delayed, bro? What the fuck?
Secondly,
This shit.
I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, the Fortress of Marib... If I had to guess, he probably has something...
You're super smart!
The fuck? Did y'all just take a break?
Thanks so much. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? That can't... I don't have enough information, so I...
Did the VAs just take a break within each set?
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to If you remember,
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. The two of you have already aided us far. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Fat ass.
you've done so...
Alright, then we'll catch you guys.
Say if this ends off pretty shortly, then I'll start chapter 5. Something tells me this is gonna end like short. Get a hunger, I actually need to.
It's time for dinner.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Seishween.
Are you
She's
here
probably
for
gonna be
dinner
a
too,
5-star.
Miss Seishween?
Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you
Juice?
can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too.
No problem.
so delicious. Paimon's so happy.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that...
Sigewin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real...
You were all super considerate and really thought everything...
It's just... Oh... I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often, too. I feel like he'd like it here. Get a good night's rest, you two.
Oh yeah, shit.
Glorand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sigewin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Freminate?
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sigewin and the Duke?
Miss Sigewin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you...
In the past. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here. Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon.
And she's gone like that? What the fuck? Probably gonna change this title to Don't Drop the Soap. I hope no one just pulled up. That'd be tragic. Depends, because it's only been like 15 minutes.
So much is... Paimon super...
Alright.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Alright, fuck it. Child dream.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Oh shit.
What happened? Why is everyone... No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Oh shit. Showtime, showtime.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
There's no time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people?
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Shit.
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, you said to get as far away.
That means whatever happened.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What, hey?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Let's go.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
The Duke needs us. The Dookie needs us. Dookie! Dookie! Come on! Dookie!
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Oh shit. It's about to blow.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Oh, nigga. Shit out of that. Oh shit. Go, go, nigga. Run, run, run. Ah shit, he's not gonna make it.
3, 2, 1.
Slide to that motherfucker.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Oh, that's fire. Okay. Imagine being one of the Fontainians. Just go out of Fontaine for a week. They come back and everyone's just gone. They're like, what the fuck happened? It's like missing that one day of school, and then next thing you know, everyone's talking about how awesome that day was.
Neuvillette?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must... Will do.
Right. This surely won't go bad at all. Because we have our old glorious almighty savior Farina talking to the knave. Ow. She's so useless. So fucking useless.
Look! There are a ton of... Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But
there will be violence. It just pisses herself every time she talks to one of these Fatui members, even though you're a fucking Archon. What the fuck? Look at her. Useless. Yeah, you need someone to save your ass every
so
fucking
you two are
time.
the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this?
Got her, bro.
I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Okay, she's gonna
It
crouch
is
into
my
the fetal
pleasure
position.
to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
I'd rather sit next to the Knave than Farina.
See this?
Being honest.
This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Yeah.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
She's so afraid of her. She's so afraid.
So you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has...
So fucking scared. Look at her. This is your Archon. I say this every time. This is your Archon? Really?
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirrorpeed.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
You don't know that yet. Just left us.
The Fortress of Mirrorpeed lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front...
Just turn up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to... It's gonna try to distract her.
All letters tend to follow the same
Shut up!
Anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Shut up!
Huh?
See, if you just shut the fuck up, this wouldn't happen.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Probably. Ah, shit.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Wait, no. No, nigga.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
I'll take it. Like, don't do anything fucking stupid, please. Please don't do anything fucking stupid. Fuck.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day!
Hey!
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Damn!
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Ooh, okay. Okay, New Villette. Whatever your fucking name is. Okay. Ow. This isn't silence. Can you please get to the next part? There we go. I hear something.
Alright. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
That ass.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Guess what? It didn't. So long, so I might start chapter 5. Stop sneezing, bro. Fuck.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house, Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong.
She's killing.
I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
Okay, she got
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
She about to say.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
She finally has some balls, guys. Finally.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Oh my gosh.
I...
All a lie? She really not tell us? She was so cool.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time.
Never mind.
It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as...
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Uh-oh. Is she Pyro? She is Pyro. Oh shit.
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog
serious?
your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
Oh yeah, nah, she's getting cooked.
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Nope, never mind.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
She's cooked.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
There aren't even topics I can't even speak about.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Oh no, I don't like how you said
You
that.
too, Paimon.
you. Oh, Paimon's super full.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
Diabetic ass.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my...
Paimon's coming.
Eat for you. Or a straight bit. I can't even believe it. I can't. Like, just pathetic. Like, yeah, you got me for a bit, but like, I don't get it. Farina, please be an Archon. Keep you like Raiden Shogun or like someone of power. Like, damn, how are you this useless? How? I don't give a fuck what you got going on with your abilities. I don't care. You are useless. You have been useless the entire time. I'm starting to think New Villette is a better Archon than you are. Like, what the fuck?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Again, useless. If Fischl was an Archon, this is who it would be. It'd be Farina. That is literally who it would be. Look at you, down on you with disgust and just, ugh. Fuck you. Garbage ass. Fuck you. Leave it. Fuck out of my way. Ass.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Fucking hate her. I fucking hate her.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Please.
And
Please
that's
do.
everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
I...
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that She often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
What the fuck?
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do?
See?
Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
What the fuck? She's a fraud! Farina's a fraud!
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydra. Oh, and I have an...
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With the initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth.
Told you she was a fraud. Tired of people saying that she's an Archon. Yeah, nah, she's not even an Archon. Yeah, please don't kill me, I beg of you. If that was Raiden Shogun, if that was fucking Nahida, Zhongli, Venti, if it was any of the motherfuckers, they would have fought that bitch right then and there. They would have fought her.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It was fucking easy.
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Ooh, shit! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm thinking? She gonna have to come here and be on my team. You know what I'm saying? I need another pyro. You know what I'm saying?
I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve.
I like this character.
And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Yeah, the knave? Yeah, I might have to take the knave. I ain't gonna lie to you. She might be tough.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
On our side, Furina just in the fetal position.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Rain became heavier. Light rain soon went down. This moment, Neuvillette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Thinking back to the legend of what Fontaine said, it's the dragon of Fontaine. Skies and port.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Is he the dragon?
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... what?
Wait, he's the dragon?
Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
He's the dragon.
Furina?
Straight up. Yep.
Neuvillette, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
I mean, shit.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress...
So does that make him, like, immune to
then
it?
Since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
So that means we got one of the dragons.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions
please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we we'll see you another time.
Take care.
Neuvillette is the dragon. Oh shit. Fuck. So? Means that's the end of the story, right? That's the end of- wait, it's not. It's fucking not. What the fuck? After all of that, it's still not the end. Okay, well this is just a long ass episode. Alright, whatever. This is gonna be a long ass episode then. Alright, cool. More content. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I really don't know though, cause it's like the content. Like I'm doing a Yayato video, then I have to post some of this Farina clips and stuff. Then I got a COD montage I gotta think about. COD trick shots. That wouldn't take too long, but I just don't know which one to upload first. I mean, depending on how like viewership is for these Genshin videos, I might post the COD one first. But like shit, I don't know, because it's just getting spicy. That whole man.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's...
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the Nate.
You meant father?
See, like, bro, what the fuck? Who this shit?
A few things that were...
Her attitude towards you
I
is
swear,
even better
these people
than
must
what
have
we
taken a break.
imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
So you gotta be cool with the Fatui
Father's
harbingers.
very capable, and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
Huh. That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Fuck
Looks
no.
like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Okay, Lynette's starting to kind of grow on me. Kind of. Though I think she's garbage as a character, like as a person that you can fight with. Though I think she's trash. She isn't bad as the character. I like the character, not the gameplay. Siege Ween! Wink. My favorite tiny tyke.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back. Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt? We're fine, but what about you guys? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis. Oh, of course, we must also How did Nervulette know that? Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
The bombshell bros. You mean the bang bros?
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with... Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular... I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Aww. You know what? Siege Ween might be a part of the team soon. That too. We might have the Knave, Siege Ween, fucking who else? We'll have a crazy vape squad. That's if they make the Knave a playable character, which I probably figure they would. They should at least. So now you go downstairs. It's higher.
Yeah, I was.
That's no excuse for.
Junior, Lurvine, we're back.
Hello there. It's been quite the mess.
And you?
Yep.
It can be a bit annoying when the.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier.
Oh yeah.
You two really are
Not at all.
Didn't care about what they were talking about. They're useless NPCs. Now given. There's the Bang Bros. Bang Bros.
You guys are back.
You guys didn't get caught.
Huh?
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're
Music just cut off. Dude, what the fuck?
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto whenever he'd say that, I'd tell.
Hey, there's nothing.
These two. They sure are a lot.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last.
I gotta talk to the Dookie. The Dookie Duke.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface?
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing.
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere. He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Clorande has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorande received lipstick instead.
It's crazy.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from
Is this
Sigewin too?
Are these Primo Gems?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Primo
You've
Gems.
already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Oh, what
For
the
real?
fuck?
Then we could stay here for a really long time?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Yes, sir! Free food for life!
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
That's fine with me. Yes, sir, Worsley.
Your
Yeah.
file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork. So don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your...
And fuck that sentence. Oh, run all over your desk, bitch. Don't do shit about it. Yeah. Pussy. But yeah, this is... Damn, that is a pretty lit episode. This has been a pretty lit episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, even gone to chapter 5. You can just wait. Yes, sir.
We're back in our cell again. Sure feels that way. But... Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! Alright. It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling, or there are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool? You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Hell no.
Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside ourselves. We should be safe now, right? All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Even if the primordial seawater, even if it did rise up to the top, it wouldn't affect us. There's the child dream. That's chapter 4 completed, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So, that is yet another. See you too. Yes, sir. That is chapter 4 completed. Now we go into Act 5. At first, take that. Take that too. Yes, sir. Oh, you can do that? Oh, yeah. Wait, why would they give... Wait, why would they give Worsley... Why would they make that available, but not this one? Or they switch it around, whatever. Why would they just give me Worsley's one first and then Neuvillette next? Because I can't access that. Alright, whatever. But yeah, as expected, yeah, Intertwined Fate is every episode to do a wish. And I already have Ayato, and I don't want Sino, so let's do it. See what we get. Nothing at all.
As a jeweler cherishes their gems.
And as always, See y'all in the next episode.